Hey guys, it's Drea. I finally got to play with some bright colors again. It's the weekend and I have a couple days off, so taking a lot of time to film some videos for you. I've had this idea for a while. Okay, you know how you see us all, when I say us, I mean pretty much all of the beautubing world. We do these videos reviewing products and there's always pros and cons and there's always kind of like this product is good, but here's why it's also not good. Or, you know, there's always some ifs, ands, or buts with a lot of products. And I was thinking to myself, you know, there's a lot of products where I never say the word but. Like, I say, this is amazing, and that it's just like period, end of sentence. And I wanted to bring you a video that's just all about perfect 10 products. So that's what we're doing today. Some of these things I have talked about before on my channel, but I have a lot of new subscribers, so you know, I always want to keep you guys updated on what I still think is great. Let's start out with the first product, which I have not used in like 3 months because I was using a different powder and I just busted it out again today and I'm so happy with it. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. This is kind of like an OG, like cult favorite on YouTube. A lot of people love this product and have for a very long time, but there's a good reason. You know, there are reasons why things are cult classics because they just really are that good. So I went back to using this today on my under eye to bake. And you can use it just as a setting powder, but I always like to bake my under eyes. And I can immediately see a difference. This product is very smooth under the eye. It just makes everything smoothed out. It sets your concealer really well. And it also gives you that smooth brightening effect. Like under the eye, it's very brightening. It is translucent, which I think people confuse the word translucent with transparent. It's not the same thing. It doesn't mean that it's invisible. It just means that you can see through it. Translucent means that there might be some color to it, some level of opacity, but you can still see through it. And the reason that I'm mentioning that is because with translucent setting powders, a lot of the time they do have a tint. And they do have some brightening effect. So that's kind of just a little bit of information there. But I do feel like this is super brightening under the eye. And like I said, just so smooth. And I just see such a difference when I use this and I am totally in love with it. Something that's a fairly new product to market are the Anasazi Matte Lipsticks. So I've got 6 of them. When they first came out, I purchased 2 full size and they have since then come out with little mini sets. This is the original mini set they released, which I'll show you the back of it because it shows you all the colors. I believe this is still available. Would be something great to get like during the VIB sale. Not sure if this video will be up before that. But anyway, just some nice neutrals. And I saw that she just released a new mini set like that with some of the more pinky shades, and I believe both of these shades are in it. Otherwise I would get it, but I already own 2 of the 4 shades. This one is called Stargazer and this one is called Plumeria. These are both like nice bright pinky purples. Love them. I'm wearing the shade Dead Roses today on my lips. I really like this. As you can see, like it's a nice dark cool tone purpley brown. I think it goes with a lot of looks because it still is kind of neutral in a way, even though it's dark. Essentially, there's enough colors in this line that there's going to be something for every single skin tone. There's going to be something that will look good on you, that will suit you. The thing I love most about this, though, is the formula. It is so ultra long lasting. I've been wearing this now for quite a while. I have been drinking my Diet Coke. You can see it's coming off on the straw, but my lips still look absolutely perfect. Like it will come off if you eat or drink, but it leaves so much color behind that like you don't even notice any difference at all. I have worn this for hours and hours and hours. It still looks exactly the same as when you put it on. So essentially a matte bullet lipstick is going to be very different from the matte dry down transfer proof formula, but it still has so much longevity to it and it has that comfort that you almost never get from liquid lipsticks. Like this is just so comfortable to wear and it just lasts forever. The only eyeshadow primer I use on my eyes is MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This is bulletproof for keeping on your eyeshadow. I had somebody at work recently like complain that she didn't really like wearing eyeshadow. I said, well, do you use a primer? And she's like, no. I'm like, Well, there's your problem. You know, it's not gonna stay without a primer. And I don't really even understand what the big deal is. Like, just put a primer on, use concealer and set it. Just do something. If you're gonna put on your bare lids, chances are your eyeshadow is not going to stay. So just use some kind of primer. But my favorite is this one. I have tried many, many different primers, different application methods, different like packaging, and everything has kind of had one pro, one con. Like, there's always something about a primer that I don't love, except for this. I love everything about this. So this is a creamy product. I just apply it with a brush and then I set it, and then any eyeshadow I put on is gonna look the same from morning till night. It's gonna stay on, it's not going anywhere, it's gonna have that vibrancy, it's just going to be absolutely perfect. So MAC Painterly Paint Pot, absolutely holy grail. We'll keep purchasing, they better never discontinue this. There will be riots. So the product that actually really made me have this idea to do this video is not an actual makeup product, but it is this. It's the Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid. This one is the pro one. It's black. I have also used the white one. I don't see any difference between the black and the white one in terms of the way it cleans your sponges, brushes. I don't even understand why this one is black, but I think this is the best makeup brush sponge cleanser I've ever used, and I've used quite a few. I've used liquids and I've used solids before. This is definitely the best one. I just recently went through an entire one of these and I haven't busted this one open yet. In the meantime, I've just been trying to use up my liquids and they are not getting my sponges as clean as this ever does. I do think there are really good other products out there that you can use on your brushes, but in terms of sponges particularly, this gets everything out. Everything out. Your Beauty Blender, any type of beauty sponge, is gonna look pretty much brand new after using this. That's what I personally have noticed when using this. It gets everything out. There are no remaining stains at all. So this to me is worth the additional price tag. I think with brushes I'm okay to use some other things because I don't know why, they just seem to get cleaner a little bit easier than sponges, but for sure for sponges this is my go-to. One of my favorite blush formulas are the Clinique Cheek Pops. I have 3 of them. I just saw they are releasing a few new shades and I'm very excited. I can't wait to like see them in person and swatch them and decide what I like. I've loved these for a very long time. There's a nice range of shades. These are buildable, but not overly pigmented when you start out. Today I'm wearing this one. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Berry Pop. So this is definitely a pinky tone, you can tell. And what I really like is that I don't have to worry about going overboard. You know, when you apply some blushes, if they are ultra pigmented, there are some blushes I dip my brush in, I like wipe it off on the back of my hand and it's still too pigmented when I go onto my face with it, you know, and sometimes it's hard when you're in a rush, or even if you're not in a rush, you just don't want to ruin your makeup and have those makeup mistakes where you have like clown cheeks, you know. Sometimes you just want a buildable blush that looks beautiful, has a little bit of color to it, but is not too much. I also love that these have a little bit of sheen to them, you know, so they're not fully matte, they're not like super luminous, they just have the nicest natural sheen to them. I think they're beautiful blushes. I do believe there are a nice range of like lighter shades for lighter skin tones and a few darker shades that will work on darker skin tones as well. And I just think this is something that everybody should own. I'm a highlighter junkie, you guys know that. I just did a highlighter declutter, I don't even know if it's up yet, but holy crap, when I realized how much I had, it was a little bit sickening. I just love glowy highlighters. So my absolute holy grail, well, it's tied with something else, but this for a long time has been my absolute holy grail. It's the Dior Skin Nude Air Illuminating Powder. This one is in the shade 002. This is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. You can see it there very easily. And in the winter recently, I picked up 001 as well. 001 is a little bit more of a natural highlight. I love drugstore highlighters, but you know, I'm not ashamed to say that this bougie Dior highlighter is my holy grail, just because I love the way it sits on my cheeks. Like, I feel like when you're wearing highlighter, you either go super obvious that you're wearing highlighter, right? Like the glowing to the heavens type, or you go a little bit more like this could possibly be your actual real skin. And even though this one is a little bit more intense than the 001, which is more subtle, I still feel like this still looks really natural. And I love that about these. They just look so much like your own glowing skin. I'm not saying you have to go out and buy one hell of an expensive highlighter, but it is a 10 out of 10 product. Little secret about me, I didn't even do anything to my eyebrows until I started my YouTube channel. Literally, I didn't understand that eyebrows were a thing. Way back when, before YouTube really existed, you kind of learned about makeup from friends, family, mothers, aunts, you know, that kind of thing. And nobody that I knew ever did anything to their eyebrows. And so it never occurred to me to do anything to my eyebrows. And for a long time, I was perfectly satisfied with that. But once I got into YouTube and I realized, oh, putting something in your eyebrow does not mean you're gonna have huge Lucille ball, you know, semicircles above your eyes. It can look natural, it can look really nicely filled in and like it's real eyebrows. And ever since then, eyebrow products have just been a necessary step in my makeup routine. One of my favorite products is this. This is the Anasazi Dip Brow. What I like about this is that you can go really intense with it. You could do the Instagram brow trend if that is your jam, but you can also make your brows look fairly natural with Dip Brow. And it just depends on how you personally, you know, fill them in and draw them on. And I love the way this always looks. I love that this lasts all day, because even though I love the brow wiz, I always find by the end of my workday, my tail is gone off my eyebrows because I have oily skin. The brow wiz just will not stay on me all day long. The Dip Brow has so much more longevity. It's so easy. It's like got this nice creaminess. It just glides on. It's really easy to fill them in, and I can't see myself ever being without this. I haven't really tried a lot of drugstore brow pomades, so let me know if you know of any dupes. I also wanted to quickly shout out the Anastasia eyebrow brush. So one side has the little, you know, the little brush part to actually fill them in, and then you have a nice spoolie on the other side so you can blend them out. And I just really like how dense this part is. It just fits perfectly. It's not too big. It's thin enough. I really like this brush and how it actually applies the product as well. So that's it for my 10 out of 10. Now, as I was making this list, I realized that all of these products are high-end, but I do have some 10 out of 10 drugstore products, so I am starting to make a list for that as well, and I will definitely bring you a perfect 10 drugstore edition, because you know, there is so much good drugstore makeup out there. I am not discriminating against it. That video should be coming soon. So that is it for today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're speaking kindly to yourself. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.